What's going on, guys? HYTALE here, and welcome into today's mod showcase. Today's mod showcase, we are going over WAN'S Wonder Weapons. WAN'S Wonder Weapons adds 16 powerful one-of-a-kind relic weapons into HYTALE. Now, these are not ordinary weapons, but ancient artifacts shaped by lost civilizations, elemental forces, and forgotten magic. Each one of these relic weapons is designed to feel distinct in theme and effect, rewarding players who seek legendary tools rather than mass-produced gear. Some weapons bend the elements, others command life and death themselves, and a few exist purely because the world of HYTALE leaves room for the absurd. Now, before we get into showing the weapons, let's go ahead and take a real quick look at the tier 3 blacksmith anvil, because that is how we are going to craft all of these weapons. Now, all of these weapons I'm going to show you are on the same tier as mithril. They do the same amount of damage as mithril weapons, but they do take a little bit more to craft. So now each one of these weapons, I'm not going to show you every single one because we're going to get into that, but I'm not going to show you every single recipe because they all take the exact same crafting recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this on the Gaia's Wrath. They take 27 adamantite ingots, 10 heavy leather, 30 essence of void, and 1 void heart just to craft one of these awesome weapons. Now, like I said, they all take the exact same recipe, so make sure you choose wisely. Now, I've yapped long enough. Let's get into looking at the weapons themselves. Now, the first weapon we have is the God of Thunder's hammer, Mjolnir. Doesn't this look absolutely insane? It's got like the cracks from when Hela destroyed it in Ragnarok. Actually sick. Now, I know, doesn't have to be Marvel Mjolnir. It could be Norse mythology Mjolnir, but I'm going with Marvel Thor. Either way, it looks so cool. Where'd he go? Buddy? Well, he gone. I don't think there are any special effects these weapons do as of yet. The mod itself is unfinished, but who's to say they won't go back in later and make it so Mjolnir lets you fly or summons down thunder from the sky. There's a whole bunch of things that can be done that the mod just came out not that long ago. So hopefully a lot of these weapons will get updated to have some sort of elemental effect afterwards. Next up, we have the Soul Blight. Now this weapon looks like you stole it from a lich itself. The blade feeds on the souls of victims, raising them as undead puppets to fight under your dominion. Now, I mean, there are no undead yet. I'm just truthfully just reading the weapon description, but doesn't take away from the feel of the weapon itself. This looks like you're a powerful necromancer, and when you swing it, well, stab with it, the ghosts flying around the weapon give such a cool thematic effect. Next up is probably one of my favorite weapons in this mod. It's just an anchor, because why not? And I mean, when you hit something with a giant anchor, right, it's gonna die. That thing is huge. That's all I really got for this. It's an anchor. If you want the real description, it's a rusty anchor recovered from the wreck of a cursed vessel, now rising from the depths to send your foes to their watery graves. Now, next up, I have 3 daggers that I'm going to go through here in pretty quick succession. I'm going to read you their descriptions, and then we're going to do some damage with them, because like I said, the elemental effects I don't think are in the game. The descriptions of these weapons make it seem like there should be some elemental effects to them, but like I said, the mod has just come out. I highly doubt that the effects have been added yet, but it seems like they're going to go back in and add them. First, we've got the Ash Thorn. Forged from smoldering lignite and volcanic resin, this blade trails living embers with every strike. Wounds don't bleed, they burn. I mean, wounds don't bleed, they burn is such a hard bar. Next up, we have the Frostburn. Carved from eternal ice that never melts, not even in the fiercest inferno, its cuts don't just slice, they freeze flesh in crystalline agony. And next up is the Heart Root, a shard of petrified primeval root pulsing with ancient life. When it pierces flesh, the forest claims it, binding the target in living vines. Now, I've said it 100 times now, they don't have elemental effects, but please go back in and give these some sort of elemental effect at the end. Whether the Ashthorn burns or the Frostborn freezes or the Heartroot, shoot, I don't know. Can you get roots to come out of the ground and entangle them? Because that would be absolutely insane. But damage-wise, these are just ordinary daggers. So you've got your movement, you've got your flurry of attacks, but in the end, they are just really cool looking daggers. Now, staying on the theme of daggers, we have 3 more really cool ones. We have the Nightshade, the Daybreak, and the Nightfall. Now, once again, all thematical here. The Nightshade, polished with forbidden herbs, this slender blade carries a toxin that whispers into the blood. One cut is enough for darkness to bloom from within. The Daybreak, a blade as thin as the first dawn, forged to strike before the sun rises, light, swift, unseen until it's too late. And the Nightfall, dark and silent as twilight swallowing the sky, perfect for the moment light gives way to shadow. Being called Nightfall and the time transitioning like it just did couldn't have gotten any better. Other than the sick description names, these are still, unfortunately at the moment, just really cool looking daggers. But if you're into just thematical, right, and maybe playing into the RP of some certain things, these daggers are for you. Now, our last set of daggers, and my personal favorite, are the Chromatic Cleavers, a razor-carved corundum prison that bends light into spectral edges. Every swing is a rainbow and a verdict. I mean, dude, look at this. These are so sick. I mean, once again, they're just daggers, but like, they look so cool compared to the other ones. And it's definitely just because they don't give that dagger feel. They give, hey, I'm a butcher and you attacked me while I'm trying to trim my meat here. Wait, pause. But these are some sick looking daggers and definitely my favorite in the entire mod pack. Staying on the theme of being a butcher who got attacked, let's say you were carving a fish and you got attacked and you just happened to have a stick nearby. These are lethal leftovers. Once a delicious bass, now a barely acceptable blade. From dinner to dagger. I mean, it's fun. What else are you gonna say? All right, moving right along, we have 4 more weapons left. This next one is Gaia's Wrath. Ancient steel bound to the spirit of the earth. When swung, it releases a verdant shockwave that shakes ground and air, heavy in unworthy hands. I mean, I'm a big nature fan. In any game, I'll play a druid, bro. Anything that deals with Gaia or specifically says nature, right? I'm in love with it. The Gaia's Wrath is no exception. Yeah. Now, probably the coolest looking sword in this mod so far is the Quasar Cosmic. Forged from the collapsed heart of a dying star, this blade does not kill, it erases. Those struck vanish into the cosmic void that it feeds. Which, like, dog, come on now, look at this thing. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm gonna save my favorite weapon in this mod pack for the absolute last one, but the second to last one is the Helio Ram. Forged to embody the sacred visage of the Sun Ram, this gilded maul is a ceremonial relic once carried by high guardians. Its horned effigy symbolizes resilience, leadership, and unwavering resolve, shining even in the darkest hours. I mean, you see it right here. Look at the red glowing on like the neck of the weapon. It almost looks like it's going up to the glowing beady red eyes. And I mean, so far, oh, look at that swing animation. I don't know about you, but personally, my favorite weapons in Hytale are the maces. So this one strikes a little close to home for me. I think this one is absolutely sick, but it's not my favorite weapon in this mod so far. My favorite weapon is the Godslayer, because this is just Guts' berserk sword, dog. And the animation that it does when you attack with it, where it almost looks like it cuts your screen, it gives such a cool looking feel to it. Now, once again, it's not any different than like a battle axe. However, it's all about the themes here, dog. Now, the Godslayer is a massive slab of iron forged for war rather than elegance. Its sheer weight and brutal edge can cleave through armor, flesh and bone alike in the hands of one strong enough to wield it. The blade exists for a single purpose: to kill what should never fall. I mean, bro, if that doesn't get you to immediately craft a Godslayer, then what are you doing? My final thoughts on WAN'S Wonder Weapons. I really think they need to go in and eventually update some weapons to give them certain effects. Like the Ashthorn needs to go in and they need to add some burn effects, and the Frostburn, well, need a frost effect. Certain weapons I think mentioned like Void, maybe if we get some like Void attack, that would be so cool. But even though they don't have any kind of elemental effects going for them, just the look and the theme of the weapon itself is enough for me to absolutely adore this mod, and probably will be a staple in a lot of mod packs that I will be playing in the near future. So let me know what you think of WAN'S Wonder Weapons. Let me know if you have any mods that you absolutely love and you want to see me cover, or just let me know any mods that you love. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.